A revisiting video of the Cribs on Soccer AM, I got this comment from Cat the Dog Are Mint saying I need to watch the Cribs play golf on MTV too. And that didn't actually ring any bells, so I thought it'd be good to watch it for the first time and react to it on here. Apparently this was a thing on Gonzo, people were saying, the mini golf thing. So let's have a watch of it.
Bright future now, a few albums down the line, but a new one is going to be made hopefully in the next 6 to 12 months, and I think that they're going to jump 3 or 4 gears up in terms of popularity because, well, you can tell from the live performance that you're going to see in a couple of minutes' time just how rabid the crowd was. But in the meantime, sidestepping the proper interview technique for a second, we took them to play some mini golf.
We're the Cribs from Wakefield, and
Gotta love the pixel count on these videos. Apologies for the quality, but you know, out of my hands.
seeing as that we're so crazy, here we are playing crazy golf. Where we go now?
Let the dog see the rabbit. That's it.
Got it in mucky water. Yep. Get back in water. Tension's mounting. There's nothing between us right now. Ross is lagging behind, but we'll see what he might get his ass in gear in this next one. It's a little tougher. A wondrous start of the green.
This would probably be a good podcast idea these days, wouldn't it? Mini golf with bands. Sure, someone could make a good go of that.
Right, how much tape have you got on there? Because we may be here for some time. I'll take a drop shot.
He's never been any good at sports. Like when he was a kid, like when we used to box, he had a weak nose.
It's true.
Yeah, Cribs, little fact, bang into boxing apparently. So, seen him training with, I can't even remember now. But yeah, little tidbit for you there.
It's the only thing that stuck with his career there, like.
That's Wakefield for you, you know what I mean? Like, you're bored. So take up the fight game.
Yeah, you know you're bored. Beat the out of something. Beat the out of someone. Beat the out of your brother, you know what I mean? It would exactly like Oasis one. Yeah, you know what I mean?
It is, it would.
Whose shot is it?
Yours.
Mine's gone in.
Mine's, oh no, I just knocked yours in. I knocked this in.
That one's mine.
You knocked mine in.
I think we've had years of arguing, so it's like to argue over a game of crazy golf.
We've got much more fundamental things to argue about now, like royalty splits.
Yeah.
Just basically royalty splits.
This was obviously on, it says the Great Escape Festival on it. So this is obviously on Brighton Beach. Just a bit of logistics there.
I just ended up with the worst instrument, sat at the back, because you know, I was youngest.
Briefly bought you a drum kit though.
Yeah, they bought me a drum kit when I was younger, so we all saved some money up for it.
We were actually really good brothers.
Apart from that time we made you pick up that hot sparkler.
Yeah.
I think I got an eagle or a birdie.
I think that's on far.
One of those things.
It'll do, right? You know, it's not like...
It's a strong aesthetic for the Cribs, isn't it? Maybe not the best still. But yeah, it's like a very of the era, but very Cribs. Kind of very striking. Very identifiable. I don't know what word I'm looking for there, but yeah, you know what I mean.
It's not being sanctioned by the governing body of crazy golf. Ross is out there in front. I can't be beaten by my younger brother, so I'm going to have to pull something rather impressive out of the bag right here on hole number 13. Well, Ross, I must congratulate you. You achieved what we once thought impossible. You defeated your elder brothers, thus ending our tyrannical reign as some form of influence over you. So there you go. You've earned that.
I have.
You've earned it.
Is that it? All right, so now we're going into a performance. So guess we'll watch this. I always thought a band should well, I actually thought this today. I thought if a band releasing a music video now, they should copy this format. Very like again, looking for a word. Very identifiable, isn't it? Like this way of introducing it on NCV2 with the titles up here that come up. But yeah, you know, someone feel free to nick that idea if they want. What's this? Gonzo Tour 2006, I'm gonna say. So yeah, great time to see the Cribs in that small looking venue in Brighton. By the way, I know people, I know it annoys people when I pause it, but a lot of the time, like this probably get copyrighted, this music. So that's what I do. I do watch it all. But if some of it gets copyrighted, I have to cut it out. That's why it ends up being a bit staggered. So apologies in advance, yeah? Must be ace just being in a band with your brothers doing this. Like, I don't know. Like, if you've got a good relationship and it's like family, you kind of know you got each other's backs. Like, takes out a lot of like the weird dynamics of being in a band, I reckon. You can just bloody enjoy it, know what I mean? You know, another number, obviously a great song, but you know, you can watch this in your own time probably without me being in the corner and stopping it all the time. But let's have a look what other song they played.
Sick.
We realised, we saw what
That is back to an interview on the beach, post golf, I imagine.
Whiskers were doing from Forward Russia. Like, we were like, you know, we want to be part of that. Like, this is what I want out of my life. So we jumped right on board the New Yorkshire bandwagon. Like, it just seemed like a viable career move, like, at the time. Right, like, don't edit it so that I don't say anything now, but, like, I think that, like, you know, that was obviously just a total piss take, really. But, like, we put the first record on WeChat out in, like, 2003. The first single. There were nothing going on in Leeds in 2003, like, or even Yorkshire, so... It's kind of cool now that there is stuff going on there, because, like, Leeds was undoubtedly the worst place for music ever. Totally, you know what I mean? Like, when, like, we first heard and people called us a Leeds band, it felt, like, it felt awful, you know what I mean? Because I really had never seen anything good going on there for a long time, you know, there were never any venues or anything. So it's good that there's stuff healthier there now, but I think that whenever you get, like, anything, like, you know, as soon as it's got a name now, you know what I mean? It
This is when the doors
and this is where, yeah, like, I don't like to see the doors open for, like, you know, like second-rate bands, like, you know, that will, like, jump about, like, or perhaps even move to Leeds for those kind of reasons. I think stuff like that's sad, you know what I mean? And, like, I don't really particularly want to be part of anything that's going on at all, apart from what's going on in the Jarman family. That's all it really, like, musically, that's the only thing that concerns me, so.
Wow. Very strong and interesting take there. Basically, I suppose it's this landfill thing in it that they're commenting on there. Yeah, the Cribs seemed very wary of that, didn't they? When I spoke to them, they said they're very skeptical of stuff going on at the time, and you can tell that there. But yeah, cheers for the recommendation. But yeah, definitely an interesting point at the end there from Ryan. I think he was saying what Gary was saying about Forward Russia was tongue-in-cheek type thing. It's interesting because obviously I'm a bit younger than the Cribs, so when I was 18 type thing, like Leeds was kicking off at that point. With like, it was literally that year, 2006. So when we started getting out there, it seemed like it's an absolute buzz there. But the fact that they're so wary of being around any type of second-rate bands, as they put it, and wanted to distance themselves from any type of scene there as well. Did just want to add that, yeah, I think that's probably served the Cribs well, not being part of a scene, so to speak. I think they were part of a bit of a scene around Baby Shambles early doors, but they kind of left that behind them quite early. And yeah, I think it's probably benefited them in that way because when other scenes were dying type thing, they were able to carry on and do their own thing. I remember a quote from Alan McGee saying, I think in reference to Dirty Pretty Things, he said that it just wasn't sexy anymore, kind of overnight type thing. Which is a bit of a funny statement, but also I understand what he's saying, like that whole scene around the Libertines maybe was a bit passé all of a sudden, whereas the Cribs weren't particularly involved with that. We're just doing their own thing, kind of evolving in their own way, sticking to the guns, and that's why they're one of the only bands to kind of navigate the way through and kind of stay relevant. So yeah. Anyway, excuse the mess. So yeah, just a recommendation. That was a good watch. But yeah, going to try and fire out quite a few of these videos over Christmas. So if you have got any ideas on what to watch, get in the comments and I'll give it a go. Cheers.